Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. As we head towards kickoff, two quarterbacks will be on the field today trying to push their team to victory. It's the Bengals going up against the Titans. With that, we're off to Nashville, Tennessee, or as the kids like to say, the Ville, as we check in with our broadcast duo of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis at Code Nissan Stadium. Guys.
Thank you, Larry. We welcome everyone to the Music City, just a stone's throw from the Country Music Hall of Fame. We are at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee. Tonight, we've got a good AFC matchup on tap between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Tennessee Titans. And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that could have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number two, number three, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now we see Andy Dalton bring Cincinnati out there. And Cincinnati, gosh, first time under Andy Dalton, they haven't been in the playoffs. His first 5 years, they made it. This year, 6-9-1. He threw for 4,200 yards, second best total of his career. But again, that's a quarterback who would trade those numbers to be back in the playoffs.
Yeah, hollow numbers for Andy Dalton. Let's face it, it started last offseason. Lost Marvin Jones, Mohamed Sanu. Tyler Eifert got hurt in the Pro Bowl last year, missed the beginning of the season. And then A.J. Green got hurt late in the season. So all of his weapons gone from him, and it made it tough for him to generate the offense he wanted to in Cincinnati. Hoping to have a bounce-back year in 2017.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And the offense trots out onto the field.
And A.J. Green is an absolute playmaker on the perimeter for his team.
Second down following the run. And they'll go on the ground. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Got the hand caught up in the grill of the face mask. 15-yard penalty.
So tough for a defender. You're trying so hard to make a play, and the way that these offensive guys can move around, sometimes your hand gets into the wrong place.
They run the counter now on first down. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. The starting defense for the Titans.
Jonathan Cyprien didn't have a big name coming into the league, but people know who he is now. A very fast center fielder of a safety.
Ten yards still left on second down. They'll run for the first time with Hill. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves them with third and just a couple. For Jeremy Hill, with the season in the rearview mirror, finished just below 1,000 yards. I think 18th in the league in rushing, and his 2 100-yard games both came against Cleveland, I believe.
Yeah, if he could play Cleveland each and every week, he would have been well over 1,000 yards. So the thing about Jeremy Hill in the Cincinnati Bengals offense, you think of them as a run-first team. So to me, his 889 yards, disappointing, because I would have thought that that would be a higher number and an increased production from him. He's looking to do that in 2017.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Hill. Yeah, great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
And the dreaded face mask penalty, that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And it's such a dangerous play. Body going one way, and then your head gets yanked back the other. 15 yards is the right call.
Fresh set of downs here. Following the penalty, it's Hill. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards there on the pickup, and it'll give the Bengals a first down.
Anytime a team goes on the road, there's always that little bit of fear that maybe they can be affected by the hometown crowd. But this is where game planning really came into play. They talked about it all week. Go in there, establish yourselves. Well, that run right there, that slows down the crowd and gives them a lot of confidence.
First and 10 for Dalton. It's caught. Left side, Brandon LaFell.
Holding. Offense.
So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Daquan Jones in on the tackle there. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play. They'll hold him to no gain.
No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Third and long. What will Dalton dial up? He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 18 yards on that one. And it'll be 4th down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And his kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So it's our visitors who make the first dent in the scoreboard as they get 3 here on the initial drive of the ball game.
Yeah, it's hard to say who actually won that opening drive. On the one hand, anytime you can come in as a road team and get an early lead, you're going to be thrilled. But at the same time, to have the ball as deep in enemy territory as they did and come away with only 3, that's got to be a little bit of a disappointment.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Offensively, the Titans take the field. Marcus Mariota He and the Titans 9-7 this year, Charles, just outside of that playoff picture. 3,426 yards on the season before breaking his leg in Week 16 for Mariota.
Head coach Mike Mularkey has believed in him right from the word go and worked really hard with management to surround him with the right type of players and structure and offense for him to be successful. And they did that. DeMarco Murray running it with Derrick Henry as a backup. Delaney Walker running downfield to catch passes as a tight end, and letting Marcus Mariota use his gifts, his arm, his brain, and his leg to continue to get better.
Now here's the first carry for DeMarco Murray. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Offensive starters, here they are. And Delaney Walker, Charles, it's a guy that you and I said we wanted to discuss a bit.
Yeah, and we should, because remember, he came out of college as a wide receiver, so he's one of the early guys to move from a wide receiver position to tight end and still run routes as if he were a wide receiver. An excellent target.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They go with Murray again. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. The defensive starters now for Cincinnati.
Geno Atkins is an absolute force as a defensive tackle, forces every offense that he plays against to alter their game plan.
Let's see what they go to here on 3rd down and 6. On 3rd down, Mariota. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. So the Titans are forced to punt as Brett Kern is on to do the honors. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return, and the Bengals take possession. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
So a defensive brain lapse there and an encroachment penalty.
Sometimes when you don't watch the football and make sure that it's snapped, you're watching the offensive player, and they can influence you occasionally and look like they're getting ready to move, and the officials don't detect it.
Still 2nd down.
So 2nd and 8 here after the penalty. Dalton throwing on 2nd down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Holding offense.
So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. They'll come out in the pistol. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a 3rd and long, 3rd and 15 to be exact. So just a lone field goal in this first quarter of play. 3-0 is our score. We're back to Nashville right after this.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down.
A nickel set shown by the Titans on 3rd down.
Thinking pass. Fakes the give to Bernard. Dalton looking deep downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. On 1st down, Murray. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
It may sound trite to a lot of people, but when you have a team that actually does believe in you, it really helps your overall play. And DeMarco Murray found exactly that in Tennessee with the Titans.
Because he didn't really have, you're alluding to him not having that in Philadelphia?
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, look, he started as the guy there. By the end of the season, he was no longer that guy. The offense didn't seem to fit for him, but it fit perfectly in Tennessee as he led a big-time attack, 3rd in the league in rushing.
Yeah, finishing just shy of 1,300 yards, 12 total touchdowns as well. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They'll run here. It's Murray. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
Here's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down. You're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They'll try to throw now. Mariota. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Walker will be 33 when the season starts in 2017. And he's kind of having a late career renaissance, if you will, isn't he?
He certainly is. He went to his second straight Pro Bowl after the 2016 season. He did it as well in 2015. Those are the first two of his career. He'd always been behind other guys. Remember when he was in San Francisco? Wasn't the primary option at tight end, but he is in Tennessee. And he's kind of a new age tight end, even though he's a little bit older. Can split out, run routes like a wide receiver, but he also can do the dirty work inside as a blocker.
Now Mariota. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Second down, Mariota. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. So the sack means it's 3rd and goal now from the 10. Third and goal. Mariota surveying the field. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. A great play there from 10 yards out, and the Titans have taken the lead.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack on the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. Point after try forthcoming. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. They
send Green to the left on his own. They go back to the air here after the INT. Finding time. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it second down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Tennessee after this. A reminder coming up at halftime while the two of us head for warmer areas of the press box.
Yes.
We'll be sending you to Orlando where Larry Ridley will have highlights and analysis of this first half.
Send me to Orlando, please.
Don't be so soft. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. On first and 10, here's Andy Dalton. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
It's second down. Dalton looking. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Now Dalton with a first and 10. And his throw is incomplete. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Another look for Dalton on second and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
First and 10 for Dalton. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. So here we go, first and 10 now. Dalton operating in the red zone now. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Passing again. Dalton on 2nd and 10. And this is caught at the 8. And eventually stopped just shy of the goal line right around the 2. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Another chance for Dalton. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. This will be Dalton again. He's got time. Look at the time. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Sylvester Williams in there to get him for a loss of 5.
And on 2nd and goal, they decide to throw it again, and this result is even worse. They take a sack. On 1st down, it was simply an incomplete pass. Not a good first 2 plays, beginning with 1st and goal.
So backed up to the 6 now. 3rd and goal. And quickly they get to the line. Dalton on 3rd and goal. He's got time in the pocket. His pass caught at the 4. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So a field goal here, they're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
So we're back to a one-point game now as the kickoff comes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we're at halftime with our score 7-6 in a tough-fought first half. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. The Titans right now have a time of possession advantage, but it has not led them to taking control of this game. The Bengals, though, are still right in this game and will certainly be looking for a way to pull this one out in the second half. All right, let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. We go to the second. The pass ends up being picked off. Titans will come away with the football. Offense now with the shot after the pick. Mariota's going to complete the pass from the gun. And that goes as a 10-yard touchdown. The Titans go up by 4. Bengals have it at the 19. The catch is made after a quick pass, and it's going to end up going for a gain of 17. Bengals would go on to kick a field goal. We're set up for a great second half, so let's get you out to it. Here's Brandon Godden.
All right, thank you, Larry. Plenty of intrigue to come. A one-point game as we get set for half 2. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Second half starts with a run by Murray. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Again, it's Murray. Fighting him off.
Just ran right through the trash.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Henry, the lone man in the backfield. They go play action here on first down, surveying the field. All kinds of time. Now he's going to go up top over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Great patience in the pocket. Of course, it's easy to be patient when the protection's good, and it was.
Yeah, you got to pat those guys on the helmet and say thanks because they gave him plenty of time to stay back there, survey the field, go through the reads that he wanted to, and deliver the ball accurately. That was really well executed.
First down carry for Henry. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
In my book, that's running the ball well but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. Second and goal from the 2-yard line. And they give this time to the tailback. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead.
Well, 2 touchdowns scored. I know his team's happy. His coaches are happy. How about the fantasy owners of this game?
Always happy with 2, but they'd like 3 or 4. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And it's up. It's good. Our score 14-6. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a Tennessee score. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone for a touchback, so that will come out now to the 25-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. CD, wanted to get your thoughts just on the landscape of the offseason for each of these teams. Super Bowl in the rearview mirror, but so much going on. People look at the draft a lot, but there's a lot more that goes into the offseason for these front offices, is there not?
It certainly is, and even before we get to the draft, you start with the combine, that's held in Indianapolis every year, and you have about 350 of the top prospects coming together to get their physicals and interviews and on-field performance, and all that'll get evaluated along with their game tape. And then you've got the free agents, all right? That starts, I believe, in early March, where now the free agents can start moving around to different teams. So your team's starting to take a little bit of shape there, free agency, because then the draft's coming up. You're trying to put your team together with new draft picks, have everyone start to move in one direction. And then you have the OTAs and minicamps. You get to see them on the field for the first time. And we start to get a better idea of how these teams are going to look when the fall begins.
So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. 3rd down. A shot here for Dalton. And that is incomplete.
very difficult night for the guys on offense. They've got to be looking at each other in the huddle and on the sidelines. How are we going to find some open space to complete a pass and find open room to run? This defense all night long has squeezed down the passing lanes, made plays on the football. It's really been a thing of beauty for them. He's got to figure, all day long prepping for the game, they had to have talked about it again and again. Squeeze passing lanes, and we'll be in great shape.
And taken right on the 30. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bengals defense gearing up as they take the field. They struggled that last drive. They were kind of hit two ways, both with the run and the pass.
And I love how you brought hit into it, because a lot of defense coordinators like to show a little cut-up film the night before a game. They usually have some boxing in there, and it always shows the guy being the aggressor, the guy on his toes punching, not back on his heels taking punches, and that's where this defense was in the last possession.
They were on their heels. Will they be on their heels again? Let's see. They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. That was 2nd down run for Murray. And he's got this one just across midfield to the 49. It appears he'll be a few inches short, so 9 yards on the gain officially, and it'll be 3rd down.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Third and short yardage. Mariota. And Fowler's got it. Oh, look at the strength.
No.
And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college. With all the spread offenses, not very many pro style, where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Mariota now to throw on first down. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
They come up in an offset eye. They'll run it left side with Murray. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
The insistence of speed at every position is really seen at the defensive end spot. These guys in the old days were often outside linebackers. They just pushed them forward because they wanted to play fast and get to the quarterback or the running backs quicker than ever before.
Three quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. It's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the fourth quarter. Mariota now on second down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. On 3rd and 1, here's Mariota. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So a big one there as that gives them a little cushion.
And you know, here in the 4th quarter, the fact that they were able to bleed some time off the clock and put points on the board, even if it's only 3, that could turn out to be the drive that ultimately wins them the game.
Suckup now set to kick it off following the made field goal. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. And over the middle, it's LaFell. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2. Second down, Dalton. Green with a catch left side. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. And the fans probably thinking, wow, that's the first time Dalton and Green have connected here, and it's late. Where have they been?
And because they haven't been there, haven't been present, haven't done it often, their team is losing right now. It's vital that those two connect if they want to have a chance.
Dalton, 1st and 10. Finding time. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
If you're running out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. Throwing right, and that's complete. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Dalton operating in the red zone now. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, you're trailing. It's the fourth quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They come up in an offset eye. Now a give. This is Murray. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line.
Holding offense.
So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. The penalty, it's Murray. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be third down. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. He dumps it off for Henry. And a gain there of 11 yards.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. This is Murray. And some space here. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Here's Murray. And not much of it. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. Two yards to go here on third down. Mariota on 3rd and 2. And able to find Decker. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. They run again with Murray. He's seen a ton of action tonight. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. Throwing here, Mariota. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. They'll come out in the pistol. On 3rd down, Henry. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will change here with very little time remaining in this contest. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. One receiver left, 3 to the right. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up. And they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
2nd and 10. Dalton once more. He's got time. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
I know I'm not giving enough credit to the defenders because that pass was incomplete. But come on, it was A.J. Green. I always expect him to come up with the ball.
Yeah, on those deep routes especially, even on incompletions, it's fun to watch him run those routes.
It certainly is. Boy, he eats up ground, and he usually goes up and gets it.
Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. 3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
And this will likely be the last play and wrap things up.
4 down.
Mariota with a knee to the ground, and that should be it. Well, partner, there's something special about a game in the snow. Just always fun in these elements, although a little chillier up here in the open-air booth. The only thing that's not fun is that we got the mid-game notification that our flight was canceled tonight, but we'll deal with that later. It was really a fun game to watch, though.
It was, and there is something special about games played in the snow because the element of surprise really kicks in. You don't know how they're going to handle the ball, if someone's going to make a dramatic play just out of nowhere, and all of a sudden it just changes the course of things. But a big shout out to our crew to make sure that we were comfortable up here, as comfortable as one could be. In these elements, they took care of us and made sure we were dressed properly.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Titans are winners here as we say so long from Nashville.